let us know. Okay, I think that's a good start. So this is going to be what's going on with our little container. But what we want to do is also have a way for us to be notified, right? Because let's say we've left this container outside and we're in our tent. We need to have a way to know that something's up, right?
Yeah, like if like a chipmunk or a squirrel gets in it like it did last summer.
Exactly, right? So what I was thinking is that we add our second microbit in here, because the microbits have a cool feature where they can actually communicate with each other.
Yeah, they can connect.
Yeah. So if something happens with this one, we can program it to send a signal to this one and
make a sound and like
exactly.
Maybe show like a little sentence strip.
Yeah, so maybe we can do that. So we have our second piece. This is part one, where this is our sort of container and things, but we can have part two where we can actually have a part of this that's communicating to us. And what I pulled out of our little mobile makerspace is the Inventor's kit. That has the microbit and also some other attachments. And the Inventor's kit actually comes with a circuit board and this little insert device here where you can actually insert your microbit like a cartridge into this. And when you do that, each one of these pins that we see here is also now connected to the pins on the microbit. So you can actually plug wires and components into the microbit quite easily using this whole device. Now you can see we're using our little buzzer again like we did with the step counter, right? And you were saying that we could make a sound, right? Because that makes sense for an alarm, that an alarm has a sound, so that if we're not actually looking at the screen to see the warning message, we can have this making a noise to let us know. So why don't you help me out here?
Okay.
So we're going to have this buzzer connected to our 0 pin again and the ground, right?
Yes.
So if we insert this again, now our 0 pin is right there. See how it says 0? And then over here is the ground, right?
Yeah.
So if we look here, we can see on this all the way up here is the 0 pin, the second one in, and the ground is the bottom one here. So we're going to use these little jumper cables.
Sort of looks like a debit card going into the machine.
Kind of does, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. It looks almost exactly like that.
Or like a credit card or
yeah.
card, whatever.
So all we're going to do, see this here, this has, we call them male to female. This is a hole for a pin, and this is one that actually has a pin sticking out of it. So it's perfect for what we want to do. We're just going to, do you want to get that on there? Push it in. Okay.
There we go.
And then I'll spin this around, and you can stick this one the same way, but into the ground all the way on the other end. Okay?
Right here?
Yeah.
There
Okay.
we go.
So that's that part. Now the buzzer, we can stick the buzzer to any part. Let's put this kind of in the middle, like that. See, it's on the 13, and what other number is there?
10.
Oh, no, 13, and then this one is...
What? Looks like
it's kind of
16.
small. Yeah, and it's upside down. So 12, I guess it's on 12. 12 and 16. Okay. So then we follow 12 down, and we can actually stick, that's this one, yeah, that into there. And 16, follow that one down to about there. So now we have our microbit, and again we've got our power. So let's get this plugged in. Do you want to do that?
So I plug it in
Right there.
here.
Yep. Make sure that it's lined up. So yeah, I think.
I have to flip it over.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Just like that.
Oh,
Whoa,
whoops.
that's the power. You know what? That's still set on the step counter, right? We haven't programmed it yet, but that's okay. And then the neat thing, we can actually just tuck that under there to get it tucked away.
Okay, how do we turn it off?
We can reset it.
Okay, reset. set it.
There
There
we
we go.
So we have our, oh here, we should probably switch this around. And 16, like that. So now we have a microbit connected to our breadboard, and we have our buzzer here that we can use to make a sound, and the screen is facing upwards so that we can actually add a warning sign. So what kinds of things could we add to there to sort of say, warning, warning?
We could say, lid is off the cover.
Right.
I mean, cover's off the container. Or lid is off the container.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool, eh? Because we could actually specify. Oh, the other thing, you had said that you could even put
yeah, a busted sign that plays for the squirrels and the chipmunks.
yeah, so we could actually say busted to the squirrel to say you're caught or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't, maybe he would read it, but I don't know.
He doesn't speak English or read English, so just it's humor.
Yeah, it's to make it fun, right? So I think that's all we need for now. This is the whole sort of setup. We've got our container all ready and rigged up, and this will be the microbit that we'll have with us, say in the tent or at the campfire or something like that, and it'll be ready to go to tell us what to do or tell us that something's happened over in our container. All right, so we ready to move on to the coding?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll get this coded up.